this way, Benno. Good boy. Come over here, sit by Grandma Retta. Come on. Come here. Good boy. Hey, Ma. Do you know how remarkable your life has been? Kind of seems like you just walked around a lot. But you made a lot of people feel better about themselves than they did before they met you. You know it? They're Benno. You good dog, Benno? They all just went out. I put the AstroTurf down. I got the green fake AstroTurf. It looks nice. I had to cut it in half and lay it next to each other. Although, it would have been rad to have two strips all the way down. And they're 65 feet. I like when no, duh. Oh, no, duh. I made this because when I was 9, I was like, no, you can't. Nobody gets the rainbow. The rainbow belongs to everybody. I love when people state the obvious. A rainbow is not gay or LGBTQ. It's God's gift after the flood. Things are flooded now. Funny how New Mexico is flooding. It's all the places, every place has to be cleansed, man. They all got so dirty with their own self-will run right. I'm just going to do whatever I want, so they eat dirty. I'm just going to do whatever I want, so they do dirty. I'm just going to say whatever I want, so they think and act dirty. I'm just going to take whatever I want, so they do more dirty. You know? I think it's funny how we're 70% water, and they do all those studies about if you put a nasty word on a glass of water, it'll make the molecules all fragmented and discombobulated and all, that looks all nasty. But when you put words like love or great gratitude or something like that, they're all crystallized and uniform. Well, think about how people are not even drinking water to replenish their own fluids. All they drink is juice and milk, soda, or iced tea. Never water. Coffee has water in it, not water. Like they don't do the things that they know that they should be doing to take care of themselves. And then we got this whole population of people that don't take care of themselves, and then what happens? They fall ill. And then they need the support staff to take care of them because they didn't take care of themselves. And then people get paid $12 an hour. They don't want to wipe butts. It ain't worth it. So they're all in a bad mood. Steal, lie, cheat. There's some good caregivers out there. Not enough for most, for people in the public not to be warned by the ones that are nefarious. Good riddance to the old earth. Good riddance. New Mexico's flooding everywhere. They got burnt. It was just burning down, and now it's flooding. And then they're saying, how can it be flooding and have the fires as big as they are with zero containment? And I'm seeing a lot of pictures of it's always been like that though. You see pictures of the fire personnel. They're marching like little ants in their rows, getting their pictures behind the scenes of the good content where people can't go because, you're not trained proper and don't have the proper safety equipment like them. They're always marching, and then people are always feeding them. Where are all the pictures of them putting out the fires? You know, maybe it'd be like more than zero containment if they put the pictures down, stop trying to get their photo ops, and go fought the fires. It's just, I don't know. Silly me for thinking that work should come first. It's just really, it's like the world's become a place of voyeurism. People just want to watch. They just want to watch people struggle. Like when you're watching 3 young women getting swept away in a flood while the footage of that from so many angles comes out, that's all the people that should have put their damn phone down and made like a human chain to try to help them. It's disgusting, man. It's disgusting what people will do for views. That's alright. I'm not making the world this way. I tried to add to it every day. I try to go out in the world and make it a little bit better than it was before. I don't know what that was about. They're just trying to get calmed down too. Everybody's trying to get their place. You're okay, Benny. There. I'm gonna get cold, but I'll just put on a sweatshirt so they don't get cold. Everything hurts today. Anyway, hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Heyoka empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. I called today's talk Good Riddance because all the things, all the systems, all the things that are dying away, all the world, every day we wake up, the world is different geographically. It's constantly evolving and changing. It's kind of a trip. I can't wait till the flash of collective wave of bullcrap, comes to its highest peak and then subsides, and then we can like rebuild from there. I know it's gonna take some time. I think it's funny that I got 86 from Robert Phoenix channel the other day. And it's one of those that they say that they don't block you, but I can't. Every time I comment, it says that I have been put in a timeout by a moderator or channel or the channel creator. And I think that's funny because all I said was he was talking about how we're supposed to use like the astrology is saying that we're going to use God's gifts, to help our community around us. I said, well, that's what I've been trying to show people the whole time by just leading by example. How many people in Taos have had a really good night's sleep, got all blissed out because of my cookies. People all over the freaking California, everywhere have freaking have got to, enjoy my medicine. Heyoka Marge's medicine. And aside from all the other ways that I tried to add to the community, just by raising consciousness, ideas, thoughts. What if it was like this? I bet we could make that happen. I went to the kitchen store today where you get kitchen gadgets and stuff like that. I was so excited I walked in. Excuse me, Artie. Hi, Standy. And holy hell, if I didn't see it sitting on the counter, I found it. I've been looking everywhere for this coffee. And I stopped drinking coffee. And today I had a cup of coffee, which I don't ordinarily get. But I was talking to the dude that has a cart downtown at the town square. We were having a nice conversation. He said, you know what he said to me? He said, your words, he said, they're really important for the time right now. I said, well, I guess I better keep speaking them. So I couldn't remember where I got it, and now, hey, mental pancakes, and now I know where I got it, at the kitchen store. And I got one of these things. I've been wanting one of these, and I've been looking online for them. me and Mom will go driving off into the mountains, and I got one of these so we can pack a lunch. So I could put rice or noodles or something on the bottom, and then I could put like the vegetable and protein on the top. Yeah. And I said, well, when I walk in and I saw this, I said, I've been doing a lot of research because I've been looking for the one that I want. I said, it doesn't really seem right if you ask the universe to give you things and then it provides them and then you don't take advantage of getting what you ask for. So I got it. So it's just enough for me and Mom. We share stuff, huh, Ma? Yeah. Sharing is caring, and yes, we do. There's a weird story that happened the other day. I went to the grocery store, and it's like a 50-50, because there's plenty of people on planet. I think more people don't like me than do. And for whatever reason, and I know why this one woman, she's a Taurus. She's a hard worker. She's just really flashy and arrogant and freaking. And she's the chick that goes, "My husband's a cop." Squawk. Well, she one day, I brought up how there should be fitness standards for police officers and EMTs. Like, in order to get their paycheck, they should be able to run a mile and be so fit in order to do their job. Like they made me do when I was in the Air Force, and they threatened to kick me out. Right? So that should be okay. If you get a paycheck for protecting, for, you know, on the taxpayer's dime, and you get to drive around in an $80,000, $90,000 car and have all these gadgets, you better be able to be, you know, because we don't want to have to pay for their heart attacks. Because they get too many free meals, and, you know, from working so hard. People work so hard, they'd be more fit. And so I brought that up one day, and she's the bag lady at the grocery store I shop at. And I was like, she's like, well, my husband's fit, and he was a cop. He's retired. He was a cop. I said, all right, right on. Thank your husband for me, for being an anomaly. For being 1 out of the 10, you know, that are all right, good deal. And then so she's such a freaking, she's just And so that's what she sounded like to me, is a bird going around. My husband's a cop, squawk. My husband's a cop, squawk. Anyway, so I went through, and I got 4 items, and I got a thing of watermelon. A peach pie. I went there for cherry, but then I saw peach, and so because they don't have those as often as cherry. So anyway, and then I got some cheese, smoked provolone cheese, and one other small thing. And the woman could have put. I didn't even need a bag. She could have put all 4 things in one bag. And she separated the 2 for some reason. So I'm walking away, and I'm feeling the bag, and I'm like, I carry this stuff up. I know how much this weighs. I looked in, and there was the pie, no watermelon. So I go back. I said, my stuff. I didn't get all of my belongings. She said, I put it all in there. And I was just like, obviously, I didn't even really acknowledge her. I just went to the register woman because, you know, she's not really a key. She just bagged the stuff, right? So I addressed it. She's like, yeah, I know. I rang it up for you. And then they started looking in the woman's cart that was behind me, and sure as shit, there was my bag with my other 2 items, you know? But that woman, I said, like, what? How are you going to blame the customer? Like, how are people they lack integrity so much that you're really gonna fucking blame me for your mistake? You're going to question my integrity. And then as I'm walking away, what happened was is you made a mistake and you didn't fess up to it. And I bet you done that a lot in your life. That's why I don't have a whole lot of fucking friends, because people are mostly like that. They will just whatever happened to just saying, you know what, I was wrong. I was wrong. Nope. Just had to, could have been cool, but wasn't. Sad to find out that the couple that I got ordained back in 2017-18 when I was looking for stuff to do as my transition from being in the corporate world all busy and shit to being a stay-at-home daughter. So I was trying to find things I could do in increments of 2 hours or so to, wouldn't keep me so far away. So I went online and Universal Life Church, filled out the thing, boom, boom. Then, I was going to wed people was my idea. Pastor Marge. I only wed one couple, and it was that Tuesday, February 22nd, 2022. Well, I think that cycle is absolved. That marriage is dissolving. That's all right, though, because you know what? Sometimes things have to end, especially if they're not good for you. And there's so many people that are just living self-will run riot. They're just going around doing whatever they want. They're out of their minds, man. They're out of their minds with lack of discipline. And so evidently homeboy started doing crack a while, but he's battled, that's the thing is, like, I get that people are hurt. I've been hurt a lot in my life too. But stop doing the shit that hurts other people. Like drinking and drugging and shit like that. That just hurts everybody. That hurts. Dude, ain't no drunk ever lived a nice, long, healthy, happy life. And now we're seeing the residual effects of just all these people with wet brain because they did it too much. And when you see what alcohol does, that is the worst gateway drug ever in the world is alcohol. Since you can go to a store and buy it, that's okay though. It's ridiculous. This world ain't designed to make sense. It's designed to cause confusion and make you wonder, like, why is that not okay? What that is, and it's all so bizarre. Is that Bex? So, de Mexico. I'm trying to learn Spanish because I live in New Mexico. So, the continuing saga with the washer and dryer. I'm not keeping the one my marketplace fail. Can't win them all. So, I did get a call this morning. Someone did call to pick up the washer and dryer, and then I called back, and then she was like, my husband's gone. He went and did an errand. And I was like, okay. I don't know what that means. Like, what? And so, but that's all right, because I already marked the box for them to take this with them. So whether the people come get it or not. People are just, dude, everything's, it's not just Taos. When I say it's Taos, it's because that's the town in which I live. I'm sure that I could find a lot of these same grievances in other parts of the world. I'm just grateful that it's like beautiful here. Like, it's so pretty and the weather isn't too exceptionally terribly hot. Like Redding, Ma, you okay? Are you getting hungry? No, we ate a good lunch, huh? I think that I made these like roast beef. I put them on the Blackstone, some Hormel roast beef, fried those up with some mushrooms and onions, and put the provolone and then got some caramel, because I was gonna make like fancy fried bologna sandwiches with this onion caramelized cheddar cheese with these rolls that I got, and then I went another way, and horsey sauce from Arby's. That, yeah, we like food, and it's so cool because me and Mom just share it. So then after that I went and walked around town. So, I had stickers made. They'll be here in a couple days. Like my t-shirts. They're 4 inches, so they're... The next ones I'm going to have made, if these turn out pretty okay, I'm going to have... They're going to say, I bully bullies. Check out these candies that I got today. I should show the real thing. I'm gonna go get the real thing, Mom. My body hurts. The place is called Chocolate and Cashmere. There's a nice lady that worked in there. I told her about my t-shirts. This is the place that Chocolate and Cashmere. I did a TikTok post with it. Look at these, how decadent they are. They're like, I already ate the lemon one. Boop. There's 12 different flavors. Look, I like this little heart one. It's all like textured. I don't know how they did that. Should we eat that one? Yeah. Good. Huh. See, I don't ever feel like a glutton because Mom gets half. I think that was like a hazelnut. So I just got one of each. There was 12 of them. What else happened today? I did go out to set out to give cookies away. I just didn't. I found stuff. Look, I found this. I'm putting more stuff away. This, my brother gave it to me. I think I'm gonna send it back to him with like his picture and like all this stuff that we kept, and he can just throw it away himself. But I don't want his stuff no more. I don't like the guy. I found all this cool stuff that Mom always has been real like inspirational and stuff. And real spiritual, stuff like that. And I found this thing that she wrote some time ago, because Mom don't write so much anymore. I went to university, but all that did was teach me how to do things how the teacher wanted it. More masking shit. I think that's what university does, is it really teaches people how to mask right before they go out and try to use what they learn while masking to be in the real world. It's all stupid bullshit. Anyway, so tomorrow's promise. 1. Digest what we have heard. Access our opinions. Do our own research before making a final decision. 2. Fate has robbed me of having a choice in the direction of my life will take. I do have a life and don't want to waste it. I choose to be totally honest with me and other people. Love based on betrayal and deceit could never be blessed. She's smart. I am the intelligent, vital, beautiful woman who does not choose to waste her life. And then I found this. I think I'm gonna print this off and make some of these. In the bag, it has a bag that's sealed up. It's stapled. I don't want to open it up. It says a door knocker. It's a door knocker, but it says Hessick on it. It's engraved. I think he got it from his practice wife, that's how I think he got connected, is from his practice wife, because her dad was a Nazi. And then like it totally adds up, because like he had these, they all had the life of the advantage, and like their son had like a radio show, and they got to meet all these it's like everything's connected. That's why I don't like clubs, man, because it's like, and I don't even want the access. It's just because it's gross. Anyway, it's a love kit. That was hazelnut, because I always get hazelnut stuck in my throat when I eat hazelnut. Not almonds or peanuts or anything else, just hazelnut. Okay. Love kit instructions. Remember this, Ma? Rubber band to remind you of hugging for those times when you want to hold the world or someone else. Candy kiss to give away. Also 1 Peter 5:14 refers to the kiss of love. Kleenex to dry someone's tears, or perhaps your own, so you can see the tears of others. A button to remind us to button our lips from speaking evil about someone else. Recipe to make when you want to do something special for a friend. Stationery to write a long overdue letter to a friend, a relative, or a lonely person. A toothpick to remind us not to pick on someone else. A band-aid to remind you of healing, perhaps hurt feelings, yours or someone else. A poem to reassure you of God. I look at God as good orderly direction. God's love and the love of your friends. Mint, you are worth a mint to God, doing the right thing. All of the above are found in this paper bag. It holds food for the soul to be shared with others. Because it's really getting hard out there, and it's only getting worse for a lot of people. That's what the thumbnail is. I got a picture of this guy today. I got some pictures on my walk around. Look, this is on my TikTok. These are people standing around trying to figure out how to do the new parking meters that Taos, the freaking control freaks, put in. $2.25, $2.50 an hour. Wow. They ain't getting my money. Fuck them, dude. I ain't giving them my money to park in the town in which I live. They can suck my ass. Little fucking shit stains. Like, dude, there's so much. I assure people are like, gas price, blah. The oil is flowing in New Mexico. There's oil fields everywhere. They're pumping. There's people making good money working in the oil fields. I don't know what gas prices are. There's $3.09 here. They always raise them when people travel. It's gouging. It's all price gouging. Everything's about money. Nothing's personal. Crack society are getting wider. Nothing's personal, because what if everything was personable and people stopped making everything about fucking money? It's pretty retarded. Oh, I forgot to keep explaining why I got censored from Robert Phoenix's channel. Because he was talking about how we're supposed to use the gifts that God gives us to help our community and the people and make the world a better place. And I said, oh, because the dude charges $350 for an astrology reading. I said, so God said to charge $350 for an astrology reading when money's not even real. Dude, that's the thing is these people, they're linear. They have one thing that they can do. They're snake oil salesmen. They got one thing. All an astrologer, I'm an astrologer. If you want to tell me what your birth time is and where you were born and all that stuff, I can give you my interpretation based on what I know about astrology on who I think that you are. And that is what an astrologer is that you're paying however much for them to interpret who they think. And if you agree with it, then you're just going to be, oh my gosh, it's like, whoa, anybody can do this. And so for people that charge that much, when people are out at, like, on the people, freaking kids, 15, all ages, like, kicked out because their parents just don't want to deal with them no more. People don't know what that feels like to be thrown away unless they've been thrown away. But as the crack society get more wider, like, dude, you know, kids, you know, parents, single parents, moms and dad, it don't matter, homeless on the street. There's just... And so the karma's here. So America, dude, in like 2 days, I had 342 disaster alerts. I'm following this one guy on TikTok. He's showing us a fault line in, what is it, Wyoming or Montana? I get those mixed up all the time. And he showed where, like, the fault is changed, like, the fault line is opening up, and he's following it for days. He's following it, and there's these, like, crevices deeper than him, you know, like, the earth is changing, like, and yet people are still perpetuating that 3D bullshit. You know, get your stupid elections. Dude, none of that stuff is real, and more people they get it. It's, you know, but it's just like, what are you gonna do? Nothing. Just let the people play. Let the mental minis play grown up. Let them play politician. Let them play boom, boom, bomb, bomb. You know, they're protecting our freedoms. That's just, it's bullshit, dude. It's all, we never have any justification. Ever. The United States of America never has any justification for killing people on other continents, in other countries, on different soil. The only soil that this nation should be defending is its own. And unfortunately, this nation and Uncle Sam rested on its laurels for the last 2.5 decades, and our readiness is shit. It's a fucking embarrassment every time I look at the media and I see how some dipshit fucking downed one of our own planes in a training exercise because he was hot dogging and being stupid. You know how, because it's not, these people are not disciplined. They can't even keep the spoon out of their mouth. They can't motivate themselves to get up and go work off their hurt feelings that they've eaten. They won't do it. And what people think, no. The charade is over. America ain't as rad as people pay themselves to say that it is. When our politicians are freaking multi-millionaires, dude, several times over, it's fucking disgusting. This chick, she down in by, like, where the fires are, I made a comment because they said how she was talking about how FEMA's gonna come in. I said, in the Fed, man, in the federal government, they're worthless. Give that freaking people to that money that is wasted on the federal government to start with people and their starter businesses, so we can cultivate and bring freaking industry back to this land, because of all the people that sold it out to China, Taiwan, Mexico. You know, just make it someplace else where it's cheaper so you can make more money. It's greedy and it's gross, and that's why this civilization is falling, just like all the others, because people get too greedy and they get too gross and they start choking on their blessings. It's like summer here now in northern New Mexico, so the hogs on hogs are out and about. Like, really? You got a biker jacket? Really? Things have evolved. This world has evolved. It's evolved. It's like Wall-E, that show, that cartoon, where the dude's going, the little robot's going around cleaning up garbage because human race trashed it, and then all the humans went to go live off planet on these like cruise ships. They're on like little hoverboards because they can't walk around because they all just living that best life so much to the point of being handicapped. You can't say it because people got free will. It's just so funny to me what people do with their free will. I know it's changing. I see it. I see how it's changing. It's a beautiful thing how much. First, we got to get through the crap. More earthquakes, more fires, more floods. It's just gonna be like this for a while. More goofy ass fucking people, dude. I show videos, I go scrolling through my FYP and I'm like, Ma, check this shit out. Because she my whole life, she's like, it's gonna get to a point, people are gonna start fighting. And now I'm like, Ma, we're there, Ma, we're there. And this one woman, like, because it used to be, you didn't really have to worry about people messing with you because they didn't want to break their own shit. And now, people don't care. They're just unhinged. And this guy was like up high, and his girlfriend was with him, and they were recording, and like, she was like in a Subaru, and she freaking rammed him from the front, and then got out and started running at the driver. And people are unhinged, man. We're going to see. Because the more people are under pressure and under stress and they don't know how to self-soothe in healthy ways that actually get rid of all of your anxious, anxiety, all of that in healthy ways, people are coping in unhealthy manners and ways. And it's going to come out sideways, and consequences for that. It's just going to be more and more. Right on. Thanks, Rebecca. Yeah, 309. See, that's the thing is, like, I think it's like, with all the struggles that we have had, that Mom's had since she was born, and then I was born into a stressful situation, and then we end up in Taos, New Mexico, where she was probably born. I mean, this is our story is just so much better than other stories that other people make up. And the thing of it, and I was standing there talking to the guy while I was waiting for my coconut latte, whatever, my little one that I was treating myself to today at the little coffee cart on Bent Street down there. And I said, though, I said, the place is really pretty. Like, weather-wise, I'm going to speak in terms of Fahrenheit, because Milwaukee tornado. This is, okay, we'll just go through the disaster alert scroll. We'll just see, this is the last few minutes. Tornado. Has Canada been getting tornado? Like, because tornado, Ontario, Canada, 34 minutes ago. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 6 minutes ago, tornado. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 12 minutes ago, floods. Tornado, Owen Sound. Volcano, Indonesia. Wow, Milwaukee's really getting a lot of tornadoes today. In the last hour, Wisconsin. I just look at life as dude, it's like how when you go to sushi and you order off the menu. Like you mark off, I want this kind of sushi and this kind of sushi. You go through. That's what life is like. You sign up, like, because we're supposed to just have these experiences, and yet people tie emotions to experiences. So that either draws them to, way to, with their heart, their ego. If they just want a thrill all the time, no work ever gets done from people having thrills all the time. People just chasing after their thrills, man. That's why the porn industry exists. There's now I ain't into organized religion, and I'm pretty okay with all of these, with like the Catholic Church absolving for people waking up being like, you know what, we can't support something so dirty and nefarious and gross no more. And there's just all these systems that, like, it's like the gig is up. We don't believe you anymore. You lied for too long. What was it? Where was that? Some video I just saw. A guy was working, a construction worker, and I can't remember where it was. I was like, I want to say it was Ohio, but I don't think it was. And it was right by a St. Jude's hospital. And they'd found like 300 bodies just buried in this parking lot off the... And it's just like that everywhere. Everywhere. When you have a society where people are just... You're taught, do whatever you want, live that best life. People take that to extremes. I think it's really interesting. I always said... My dad, he's not a good man to me. He might be a good man to other people. To me, he's never been a good man. So as a result, I have skewed, like, I don't have respect for authority. I have respect for people that do respectable things. But when they stack the deck and people put the unrespectable people put themselves where they, are in charge, I got a problem with that. A lot. And so he used to drive truck for years and years and years and years. Like 20, he's always on the road. He was, and then late in his life, back in his 60s, he did it again. For a few years, he was driving across. That's how I learned that Omaha steaks are from California. Like like shit's just a stamp. Like, it's just, everything's a lie. Anyway. And and my whole life I was like, I bet truck drivers that is a good beard, is a good, like, veil for psychos that kill people. I said, I would not be surprised if my father was a serial killer. And now there's all these stories coming out with, like, stories of 500 truck drivers, that are like, and I was like, oh my goodness. The clocks are lining up on the wall. It's crazy. The clocks are like, shit, man. It's shit I've thought about. Other people are thinking about too. I'm glad it's not just me. We can't allow this grossness to continue. I am really enjoying seeing a lot of people step up and keeping bad things from happening. Because a lot of times, like, the people that are doing the terrible shit, like, all you gotta do is stand up to them and, I don't know. It's a situational awareness thing, too, because there's plenty of people out there that you just want to turn around and walk away because they're so disconnected that they don't care, because there's so many people that they don't have anything. Maybe they had a lot, they've lost a lot. Maybe they never had anything and they're sick of not having anything, and they had goals and they just can't reach them. Whatever the situation is people are getting fucking straight up hostile and violent, and I'm just trying to go out and not provoke people, really, because I'm a smart ass and shit, and like, I went to the store this morning. I just want to go in, get my shit, and leave, and I actually only went in to bring some cookies to some folks, but, I ended up, what did I got? What did I get? Oh, I got those rolls. So we had those really good roast beef sandwiches. I think the only thing that would make it better is if I got like brown gravy and then use that as like a topping. But see, I gotta go out early because it gets too peoply and there's too many tourists out, and then I start getting salty. It was a pretty day, and I got to go out and walk around and stuff, and things are pretty okay for this day. I know there's a lot of God, my heart goes out to people that are just really going through the shit right now. But I've been them before. There's been plenty of times where I've been going through hell while I watched everybody just, going to the fucking, like, Great Wolf Lodge for the umpteenth time, or going to the lake and just, like, watching people do fun shit while you suffer. It just is hard. That's why I hope I never forget where I came from. And so what I decided to do is whenever I do something for me and Mom in the house, I'm going to go out and do something for somebody else in the community. And I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff. I'm going to just start posting a bunch of stuff for free, that people can use. Because I don't need it. And I just think it's weird that people waste so much money, especially in America, to buy so much shit that they make yard sales and stuff like that so they can sell their crap so they can get more money to buy more shit. It just, and I knew a long time ago because Mom had her days, she was like a hoarder. And so when she moved out to Omaha, and then when I had to move, I was like, no. Like, we're going to be minimalists. So pick what you want. And I left it up to her to pack her stuff up. And then, like, it was time to move. And I went in, and then she hadn't done, like, nothing. And she's an ornery little old lady when she wants to be. So no, it's minimalist. Everything we have is like useful. Like there's a practical use, and I got some knickknacks and stuff that are just, memorabilia. It's like awards and shit I won when I was in the Air Force. Anyway. Good riddance to the old earth. Oh, and then I also heard that Robert Phoenix guy talk about how, there's just terrible things happening in New Mexico. If only we could just all set our intentions and pray and collectively make things, put the fire. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what people do. Isn't it weird that you are so programmed by the old shit that you can't believe, but yet you're a spiritual man? It just don't, whatever. Keep selling those readings for $350. See, I got practical skills. As a mechanic in the Air Force, there's not really much anything that I couldn't fix. I'm not a plumber. I'm not an electrician for houses, stuff like that. But electronics, stuff like that, yeah. I can fix most anything. And then I went to college, learned all about technology and supporting computers and software and hardware and all that stuff. Yep. And then all my whole entire life, I just have been learning about how to do practical things, like how to survive. How to survive under most circumstances. And then God put us in under some pretty unusual circumstances just to make sure that our skills were finally honed in. See? So I told the guy today at the coffee shop, at the coffee thing, I said, I was telling him about something, and then he said, and that's when he was like, well, those words are really ready for now. The world needs those words now. Now's the time for those words. And then I said, well, I gotta have some use from all the mistakes I've made in my life. See, I don't learn from just doing everything right, you know. I learn from making mistakes. I always have. And now is another growing phase for a whole lot of people on planet Earth. Unfortunately, to their dismay, is what they're going to realize is the same thing I had to realize long ago. And that they're going to learn from mistakes that they've made too. Because people don't grow. And if everybody's talking about spiritual awakening, people don't grow without pain. People don't evolve without suffering. It just don't happen. You don't level up as a spiritual being having a human experience by just living that best life. Or living that bus life or van life where you just go around and do whatever you want whenever you feel like, all while you just watch people as you pass by. You see, I got that Jesus Christ consciousness. That JC consciousness that drives me and motivates me to hang out with the bottom tier of the percentage of the population. The heathens, the throwaways, the people, you know, that were like I was once like, lost in addiction. There's two tools that I take with me. And that is that I'm not going to help people more than they're willing to help themselves. I'm not going to do more for them. And that's real easy to tell. Because I could tell, because you could tell when all you got to do is say, hey, you know what? You don't have to live the way that you're living anymore. You can live a different life. I can show you how. It just takes work. And then that's where people get turned off because people just want the easier, softer way. Lemonade. They sell it Speedway here. It's like a 7-Eleven, I guess. It's strawberry lemonade, and then I mix it with my cherry Sprite. It's a great mocktail. It's a very tasty treat, huh, Mom? Yeah, I like lemonade a lot. I like but I'm not willing to wait in the line at Sonic. The lines are always long at Sonic. Let's see what else. Oh, I found a really cool Burgess. I found a cool website that I can look up like my This is funny. This Burgess, it's like the Sabian cards for people's birthday. Okay? And so I was born Aries 1920 degrees. Seeing life as a constant opportunity to experience love. Life's very harshness is what enables us to learn of love's unfathomable depth. Being innocent and fearless in love. I think I do a pretty good job. I get scared though, and then but it's a work in progress, ain't it? Nature is harsh. Nature is so harsh. People swimming in the ocean in Florida these days. They lost 3 people in one night, dude. They drowned, yeah. People don't think. They just don't think. They just do. They're learning hard lessons. Nature is harsh. People and animals suffer and starve and they die. Yet without harshness, compassion would not exist. There would be no place for it. There's no higher purpose than to live life as a constant expression of compassionate love. This is neither fanciful nor sentimental. It is feeding the hungry stranger. That is me. So I'm just living as the best version of myself. And when I see people that are selfish, I gotta learn to ignore them, and I'm bad at that. Because I could feel that, like, you have so much and you do nothing. You hinder when you could help. So I gotta learn how to ignore that. And then my moon, this is my moon. 26 degrees Scorpio. Adaptability. We must learn how to respond to the changing environmental conditions in which we live, trusting that we can find whatever we need wherever we go. Try though we may, we cannot tame nature, nor ever will, and eventually we succumb to its ways and powers. Yet we can learn through this by observing and tuning into nature how to adapt comfortably to all situations. We can guard against the worst of it by wearing clothes and building shelter, but in the end we surrender. And this ability, being adaptable, is like gold, since it allows us freedom to flow without anxiety. Where's the Pisces? There's this chick that I started following on TikTok. She looks just like the Pippi Longstocking. This one, the one in the New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking. I know it's a program too. They're all everything's a program. We got free will on what we tune into and what we tune out. That's why people that watch sports, I tune them out because they're just. I swear, it's not even the game. I swear, people are just like programmed for like the. Like, click and roar the crowd. Like, something and roar the crowd. It's the roar, it's a frequency of the crowd. It has nothing. I can't tell you how many hours I had to listen to fucking Giants baseball in cars driving from one end of California to the other. And then that game would end, and that's alright because then there's an A's game on. Or there's some other bullshit fucking. It's one game. They just have all these different men playing one game to freaking absolve funds, you know, and play and make deals, and it's just all so terribly ineffective in a society that needs to be productive. And for people to believe, I can't wait till people stop believing in this shit. I can't wait till people stop celebrating holidays and worshiping false idols. And do it, you know, just going around doing the lip service without freaking doing much to add anything to your community. Can't wait till this stuff changes. So I thought that was funny because she was like, "Who do I look like?" And I told, that's what I said, and she's like, yep. She's like, her family's got the blood too. It didn't do her no advantage either, like me. See, because people like me are never, and we're not going to get with the program. I found this on the street. Somebody put their 24-hour AA coin on the ground. I guess they didn't want to take 24 hours for that day. That's too bad. What else? Here's Mom and Benny. It was too hot. I need to get Mom a bench. Or a stool so she can get up in the Suburban. Anyway. This happened the other day when I went to get tacos. They had blocked off all the traffic. I never found out why they did it. Like, they had all these parking lots. Like, across the street, that's O'Reilly's. They wouldn't let people out up the road. Oh, what was that guy? How did that guy get through?
They're all stuck in there.
How come they're letting people go through? They must be cousins. They must be part of the privilege group. We can do whatever we can. We'll do whatever we want. I haven't done a talk in a few days. I ended up getting a refund for 2 of my items that out of the 4 that I ordered that they never could get to me from Amazon Prime. I canceled it. I don't want it. It's not worth it. Nobody, did you have a bad dream? Because nobody's moving.
Wow.
Pissiness. My,
Whoa, she got scared.
I guess there's no. Usually she gets like that if somebody, like, comes up on her or something like that. But nobody's moving. She could have just had a bad dream.
Yeah.
Alert! Antidepressants during hot weather. If you are taking sertraline, citralopram, dolinoxetine, fluoxetine, or mirazapine, or any other SRRI, you are more prone to overheating and dehydration. Please stay safe in the heat. See, it's making everybody more sensitive. That's what these things did. Is that so it fries people's endocrine system, and stuff like that. And people aren't exercising and moving their blood and pushing their blood around, like their heart. That's how a human body it keeps the arteries clean and clear from fat and grease and all that, like plumbing. Only you gotta move in order to get your heartbeat. I had to run on the cross trainer on level 10. I did that Monday through Friday, 5 to 6 a.m. in the morning. I ran on that thing on level 10 for an hour.
Wow.
To get off the weight management program. It'd take me 8 to 10 minutes to get my heart rate because I got a low heart rate. My blood pressure was always low, and so it'd take me forever to get to 156. And I'd get it there, and I'd keep it there. And that shit's hard. But you gotta do hard shit to reach goals sometime. And you got the population of the planet, nobody wants to do nothing's hard. They don't want to work for anything. So, I don't know. I hope more people start showing up for themselves in life. Because you're going to find out, like I did, that the world ain't going to show up for you. Only a person's going to show up for you. You got to show up for yourself. So, yeah, we never done holidays. Like, when I was in the Air Force and I was going to go home, that was the first time I was going to go home and be a family member for the first time. But I was always the outsider. Like, I mean, it was just playing dress up. Like, we're going to go play house. Like, we're going to play family. It's stupid. Pride's a sin, man. Like, thinking that your shit's better or something that you like is better just because you like it than somebody else. All that stuff. Let people get into fights over stupid shit like that. And then now you're going to add temperature into it. And then a whole bunch of people are freaking out because they took on some elixir because they were told to, and now they're finding the consequences of their actions are detrimental to their health. So now there's just that more of a frequency of fear. Do what I did to combat it. Go out and get active. Combat sick cells and replace them with happy ones. And the best thing you can do to frickin' make your cells happier is live that Jesus Christ consciousness and do something for somebody else at least once a day. Twice a week if you're just new. It's easy. Add positivity. And you don't have to do it all sweet and sugary and phony and fake and shit like that. And if you don't want to tell people what you're doing, then do it anonymously. Don't do it anonymously. I don't really care. Anyway, we're gonna watch a movie, huh, Ma?
Okay.
You want to watch? It's so funny. We got Roku, and like I'll look up a show, and they'll be like, "Oh, you gotta pay for a subscription to watch that."
Oh.
Right? And I'm like, "Okay," and then I'll wait a couple weeks, and then I'll search again. I did that with My Little Margie, that old TV show.
That's an old
boy, if that doesn't exude people with daddy issues, I don't know what does. Anyway, you got something in your eye?
Yeah.
You need help?
No.
Okay. But now they're when I couldn't watch it not a very short time ago, and now there's a whole My Little Margie TV or channel.
That's what it says.
Yeah, so there's a show called Lady Bird that takes place in Sacramento, and I lived there for some time. And I worked at the Rite Aid at Watt and Arden, if anybody knows where that is. Learned some life lessons there. Anyway, Lady Bird. So it has it. Last time I looked, I haven't been able to find it any place I could, because I'm not gonna. I'll pay sometimes. Like I'll pay, like if it's a movie. Like we just watched a movie that we paid for, that was in the movie theater. That new Ghostbusters movie. But me and Mom don't go to the movies, so. And I'm not going to pay more than like $6, something like that. But that's how I'll do that to bring the outdoor world in. That's how Mom gets out. And I go out and I take a bunch of pictures of the stuff in the world too. And I'm kind of excited for what the new Earth's going to bring. I'm just a little... I'm not gonna lie, dude. It's fucking freaky to see what all the Earth changes that are gonna bring, and there's gonna be a lot of people that are in the same soul contract families that like all the people that decide that they're gonna go all at the same time. So there's gonna be a lot of loss of life. It's gonna be a lot of geography changes. Because freaking life is natural. Earth is we're in a cycle. We're in a cycle where, whenever human beings get too dirty and greedy and gross and want to build too many, high rises with stupid impractical glass windows everywhere next to the ocean, when the earth quakes and shakes, so like people are gonna not only have to contend with freaking tsunamis, but they're gonna have shards of glass coming at them because some dipshit fucking developer that has more money than God decided that he could do whatever he wants with this free will and this shit that he chose to do. It ain't helping nobody but his pocketbook. And there's more people on this planet that want a better version of the Earth. So keep focusing on how you want to see the planet. Try and do something a little bit every day to work towards that. And then we'll just kind of hang out. Maybe this collective wave of bullshit will subside a little bit, and then we can get on with creating things. I want to get people to come to Taos and visit. Come visit me here, and I'll show you around, because I can't stop the Tourons from coming. But if I can get my own, heart space, my own kind of people that kind of think like me, have the same ideas as me, have them come out, maybe we could create some shit together. That's about all I got for now. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a rad day. Peace. My body is stiff.